Okay, this is question number 25 on the Unit 1 extra practice review. It says determine if the following functions are even, odd, or neither. So remember, to determine if it's even or odd, you're going to plug in a negative x in for x. If the equation goes back to the original equation, you know that you have an even function. If all the signs become negative, then you have an odd function. And if you have mixed signs where like something happens, then it's neither. And also there was a shortcut with this. If all of your powers are odd and there's no constant, then you'll see that that function is odd. If even just means that you have all powers that are even, and it doesn't matter if you have a constant, so it's fine. Okay, so let's check these out. If I look at A, it says f at x equals x cubed plus x to the first. Both of those are odd, so the answer is going to be that the function is odd. But if I want to double check, I plug in negative x. Okay, so wherever I see x, I'm plugging in negative x. So this equals negative x. If you have a negative cubed, it remains negative. So I have negative x cubed. And negative x to the first power is negative x. So I see that my powers are exact opposite of the original. So the answer to this is indeed, it is an odd function. Okay, let's do the next one with B. This time around, I have a mix here, right? Because I have an odd function or an odd power and an even power. So let's see what happens. Again, I'm going to plug in negative x in for x. So this becomes negative x to the fifth minus negative x squared plus 4. So a negative to the fifth power remains negative, so negative x to the fifth. Negative x squared becomes positive, but I had that negative hanging out, so minus x and then plus 4. If I look at the original, my powers are not all opposite of them, and they're not the same thing as the original function. So when that happens, the answer is neither odd nor even. Okay, now C, again, I see I have even powers of x to the fourth, x to the fourth, x squared, x plus 3. Again, I'm just going to plug in negative x in for x. So I get negative x to the fourth plus negative x to the fourth minus negative x squared plus negative x to the first plus 3. Okay, so when I plug that in, I get negative to the fourth power is a positive, so x to the fourth. Again, plus x to the fourth. Negative x squared is x squared, but I had a negative hanging out. And then negative x plus 3. So let's look at it. The powers look the same except when I get to the x. The original was a plus x, now it's a negative x. So that means neither odd nor even. Okay, so that's question 25. Question 26. Use a graph of x. Let me try that again. Use a graph of f of x to find the following. So we have this beautiful parabola here. The domain is all possible x values, right? So it is negative infinity to positive infinity. Now we're looking for the relative minimum, which happens right here. That's the lowest point on the graph. And the relative minimum, the x value there is 2. Okay? But the point itself, the relative minimum, is at 2, negative 4. So again, on the test, I might ask you, where does it have a relative minimum? You tell me the x value, and then I want the entire point. Okay? Because that's the actual relative minimum. Okay? The range. Range is all possible y values. So we're looking for the height of the graph. So we go negative and 4 going clear up to infinity. The x-intercepts are the points where it crosses the x-axis. That happens at 0, 0. And the other place it happens is at 4, 0. The y-intercept is where it crosses the y-axis, and that happens at 0, 0. Okay, functions increasing. So we're looking at the graph and seeing where the slope is going upwards. So we have this, the functions increasing from 2 to positive infinity. And again, we're looking at the x values, okay? So it starts at x equals 2 and goes to positive infinity. Decreasing. So the function's decreasing on this side, right? So we have negative infinity going to positive 2. Okay, so that's how I handle that question. And by the way, that appears to be the last question of this review sheet. So thank you for watching questions 25 and then 26. Thank you so much. Bye.